and then you can download it as an Excel file. Right? You can download this as an Excel file. So the idea is when I start doing this, occasionally you can do that along with me, right? Or after I have done with this exercise, I'll be leaving the solution here. For example, after this exercise is done, the solution will appear here. Maybe then you can compare the solution with this exercise, and occasionally I'll also be posting what we call the practice exercises, right? So we can actually come out with certain practice that is intended for post class practice. So just download this and just spend about 5-10 minutes, understand what you are required to do. Best one. So how did you use large? So can you just tell me? I'll type here large.
Large F3 colon F7.
F3 to F7. Okay.
Enter F7. I think you F3 to H7.
F3 to F7.
H7.
Why H7?
Sorry. F3 to H3.
F3 to H3, no?
Yes.
Huh? Yes or no?
Yes, yes.
But it's not accepting. So you entered too few arguments for this function. Large.
You have to type in one.
Another argument.
Yeah.
You have to type in one. See, you see here this called fx. When you write a function here, if you click on the fx, then this is called function arguments dialog box. So the function arguments dialog box would kind of open up these functions broken into smaller steps. So it is asking me array F2 to H3. So here K, if you just put your cursor here, it will also display what this actually means. So K is the position from the largest in array. So what do I do here? I'll give 1 here.
Yes, sir. One.
So what does that 1 mean?
The when it arranges in descending order, say the first one, which is the max, is given here. If you put in 2, second highest value is given.
If I give 2, what happens then?
The second highest value should be displayed.
Second highest. So if I give the first one, the first highest will be displayed. Okay. So then it is 34 out of these 3. So large is one function using which you can find out the first highest or second highest or so. Or you can simply, alternatively, you can use max. Max, same range. Max F3 to H3. So this will give you the maximum of these 3. Just simple and straightforward. So this is another thing when you have two functions that give the same result. Often you should use the simpler one, right? Large is one option, but I think max is a simpler option. See, as against this, for example, I wanted to calculate instead of best of the marks, I wanted to calculate the average of the best 2. See, out of these 3, the best 2 are 32 and 34. First, I want to identify which are the best out of the 3. Then take average of these 2. Take the average of these 2. So how do we do that?
So you'll take large with the argument as 1, large with the argument as 2, sum both of them and divide by 2. Or you can take even the average function again.
Like average function?
Sorry?
No, average function like what?
AVG. I think it should be there in Excel.
AVG?
Yes.
There is a function called avg.
Or average is the complete function. I just average.
Average. Tell me.
Average brackets. Should I type it in the chat box? Will that be okay?
Do that. Or you show me your what you call. Kindly share your.
Is it visible, sir?
Yeah, it started showing up. Yeah, tell me.
Okay. So I'll go to distinction column because I don't have any column which says shows best of 2. So I'll take average of, this is the range, comma 1, and so this is the average. I can drag and drop and it should give me the average.
Come again. Just do that once again, please. Just repeat it. Just remove that and repeat it. Yeah, just
average. I'm taking large. So now I'm going to give my array. I'll say which is the first one I want. So the first is the highest mark. So I'm going to give 1. And I want the average of this as well as the average of the same array. I want the second highest. So the first highest and the second highest are taken, and the average is calculated based on the top 2 scores. And I can drag this down and it should give me all the average of the highest 2 scores.
good. Just can you go here towards your right in your sheet little bit? Okay. So which senior you are in touch with? Naeem?
Sir, I come with a lot of experience to this course.
Oh, great then. Otherwise, I thought you were in touch with some senior.
No. I did my engineering back in 2001, sir. So
2001. So I think you would be more resourceful for this class. Okay. So we'll fall back on you whenever there is a need.
sure, sir. Anytime, sir.
Yeah.
I had a question, sir, if I can ask you. I raised my hand, so I'll lower it now. Will we be covering only functions, or will we even look at VBA coding to some extent?
No, VB we haven't planned, but we go up to macros. Okay. VB coding we have not planned anything. We'll see as we go forward if we are able to tide over most of these things easily, right? Then probably we can chip in VB coding also.
Sure. Okay.
This course has been floated as an experiment. Actually, this is the second or third batch that we have in. So from the first batch to this batch, every time we are changing syllabus and updating it a bit.
Sure.
So as of now, we have gone up to macros. So probably we can collaborate. Maybe if you have some knowledge of VB, maybe we can sit together and decide a few assignments. Okay.
Sure, sir. Okay.
And we'll take it through. So I'll be falling back on you whenever we need some help. Okay.
Sure, sir. Anytime, sir. Thank you.
Right. Good contribution. So now I think you have understood, or I'll repeat what he has done. The first thing is, he has come out with the out of these three things, which is the best one and which is the best next best. So for this, he has used this large function, large out of these three, what is in the first position, the first best, 34. Again, large, then out of these three, what is the second best? So 34 is the first best and 32 is the second best. Then you can take an average of this. So normally we write the average function like this. Average of...
Sir, you are not sharing your screen.
Pardon?
It is Naeem's screen which is being shared.
Oh, okay. Naeem's screen is being still shared. Yeah. See, what I've done is here, just before we go and see what Naeem did in one go, I've split that into three parts. Then I'll mix all of them into one part. See, the first thing is, if I want to know the average of the best two things, I should first pick up 34, then I should pick up 32, and I should take an average. Here, I should pick up first 32, then pick up 22, and I should take the average of 32 and 22. So what we do here, first I'll pick up the first best by large, out of these three, what is in first position? 34. And again use this large, out of these three, what is in second position? 32. Now you take average of these two, is equal to average of 34 and 32. We're good at spelling. So now you got this as 33. So now you understood this? How we get to the average of the best two?
Yes, sir.
So this Naeem has done in single step. I'll do it here. So said average. We are writing one function within another function. Average of large, these three, comma 1, comma large, again these three, comma 2. So instead of calculating the first best and second best separately in two different cells, so I have put that as part of the formula. So the formula looks little lengthier, but you would be saving, let us say, 2 columns. So the result here, this was done independently. That means we have picked up from these three the 2 best things. Then we have calculated average. This is one method. Or all this logic has been put into a single cell. So you drag it here. Now you get the same result. Is that clear?
Yes, sir.
So now going forward, we have another task. Here in the end semester marks, then the total marks, it is simply the best of the 2 and then the end semester examination. So we'll have to come out with the result here. So to come out with the result, right? So let us look at the task listing here. Compute the result for each student as per the result plan. So what is the result plan? Let us say if it is more than what you call 50, Yeah, here we have the result. So if it is 50 or more, it is pass, right? Otherwise, it is fail. So I can write what is called as if condition here is equal to if the total marks is more than, what should I write? More than 49. Now you open the function argument box. Now you see here, if function has 3 arguments. The first argument is called logical test, where you will give a test for the Excel to conduct. So I am asking Excel to see whether the value in the cell O3, currently is 57. Whether O3 is greater than 49. If it is 49, I want Excel to return a result. What is this result? This is pass. If it is not so, that means if it is not more than 49, I want Excel to print something else or return something else. It is fail. Now we have a binary situation. We have only 2 outcomes. If it is more than 49, it is pass. Otherwise, it is fail. So this is called a simple if function. So people have understood how this has been written, please? It's very simple. It just like plain English also. If O3 is more than 49, that means 50, then return me a text called pass. Otherwise, return me a text called fail. Is it simple enough?
Yes, sir.
Yes,
Click
sir.
OK.
Sure.
Okay. Then you drag it like this. This is called copying the formula down. Now you see here, it's very, very simple. Wherever it is 50 or more, it is returning result called pass. Wherever it is otherwise, it will return something called fail, because we have not pulled this, cells down. It's only taking the total marks. Now you see, you get the result. So this is a simple if condition. But whereas, let me go here. Now I want to see, after those who have passed are just looking at the result. If somebody has scored 50 or more, he is pass. Less than 50, he is fail. But if somebody has scored more than 70, that is 70 or more, then I want to say it is pass with distinction. It is pass with distinction. So to achieve this, again I can write an if condition. But here, if you observe, I have 3 outcomes. But if condition will allow me only 2 outcomes.
2 conditions.
2 conditions.